Hey turnaround leaders, how you doing? This is Otis with otisclayton.com. Today I want to talk to you about 10 ways to boost morale for your staff. Sometimes the school year can really wear on you, and with school discipline, grades, testing, all of it really takes a toll on everyone because you're more than just a teacher. You're a father, you're a son, you're a daughter, you're an uncle, you're an aunt, you're a good friend, and so you're more than just your job. But there are some things that we can do as school leaders to improve the morale at our school because we spend so much time there. So I want to jump in and talk to you about 10 ways to boost morale at your school. So number one is greet everyone every day. At the door, when kids get off the bus, make sure you're greeting them. Walk the building if you are able to just greet your colleagues and just say good morning and hey, how are you doing? So that's number one. Number two, take a survey. So there may be some school-wide surveys or surveys that your district will give to determine how are teachers feeling, or maybe this is something informal that you want to do through SurveyMonkey to just see what is the vibe of the culture and climate in your building, and then take that feedback and come up with a plan. So step three, so the third way would be to take that feedback and feed it back to the staff or your group through the lens of the mission and vision. Sometimes we can get caught up in our feelings about how we think this should be or how that should be, but we really need to focus in on kids and what's important to them. Number four, make calls home to parents. Keep parents involved about what's going on with their child. If you see some things changing, if you see the behavior of a particular child changing, then make a phone call home and just say, I'm concerned about Jim and how he's performing in class, or I noticed that Kim is sleeping in class. Mom, is there something that I can do to support or help out? So make those phone calls home. The kids will appreciate it, and so will your colleagues. The next thing is to shut up and listen. I had a big problem with that, but teachers or colleagues have problems or concerns, and sometimes they just want a listening ear. It's not our job to solve the problem, but they just want us to listen. So that can take a load off of them so that they can take a load off of the kids and decompress what's going on in the classroom. The next thing is to have a school-wide assembly. School-wide assemblies are great if you have a band or a choir or some music piping in just to make people feel good and just to take a load off. And it's good to get wacky and wild with the students and just show them that, hey, I have a lighter side to me. I'm not just always business, and work. So that's a great way to let off some steam, is to have a school-wide assembly. A dress-down day with jeans is always in order, especially if you have a school-wide shirt that everyone wears. That would be really cool. Another tip that I picked up from a friend of mine is to do a honor roll call at the football game. Let parents and students know in advance that they will be recognized at the football game, and you just want them to stand up for perfect attendance, citizenship, and honor roll, or most improved. Any of those things would be really great to recognize kids and also the teachers who made that happen. So an honor roll at a football game is the next key to boosting morale. All right, the next thing is be supportive, but let's do what's in the best interest of the students. So there may be times where there's a heated situation. It's during test time, or it's the beginning of the school year. You're building relationships with students. We want to support one another, and we don't want to be disrespected, because respect is number one. So as you're engaging with students and wanting them to do better, we don't want to be too punitive on the student, because school is a learning experience, not only in academics, but also in our social and emotional behavior areas. All right, the next thing is to have small group meetings that are productive. And I always recommend that you have a small group meeting with an agenda to talk about what are the concerns, what is the action plan, and what is the follow-up. We don't want a gripe session with people just complaining and talking about, oh, this is so terrible. That only adds to the negative emotions and feelings. So we want to talk about what are the problems and challenges and what can we do about it. Not just always looking to the principal or the administrator, but what can we do as school leaders, teachers, parents, people who are involved, non-instructional staff members, secretaries, campus monitors. So we want to all have a say in boosting student achievement, and so small group meetings will be another way to boost morale in your school. All right, and the next one goes along with small group meetings, but the final one is feel, felt, found. And that goes with having a listening ear, but it's always good to say, hey, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But you know what I found out? That it's not that bad. That we can get through this as long as we stick together. So feel, felt, found shows empathy with what the person is going through. And it allows you to be a leader and a listening ear. All right, guys, those are 10 ways to boost morale in your school, either at the beginning of the school year or during a hectic test time, coming back from a break. Those are all ways that we can be more engaged with our students, because it's all about increasing student achievement and growth. All right, guys, I am Otis with otisclayton.com. Make sure you like this video, share it with 5 people, and also subscribe to this channel for more great content. Have a great day.